welcome, 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 welcome. See who we get next here. I'm going to combine two cards to see what personality we're going to pick up on. They've been very serious. So let's see. Okay. And then from here. We get Olivetti. Is like Italian ad from, I believe, the I'm not going to say the 20s because I'm not sure. Okay, but Olivetti. Looks like a very old-fashioned typewriter. Like this may have been a time when typewriters were first introduced. See, can I see a year down here? I don't. Okay. But she's looking at it adoringly. So maybe she's a writer. Maybe she's just impressed with the technology, the innovation of the time. Okay. It says on the back, what do I have? What are you writing into existence? Gratitude, prayer, because of the way she has her hands. Journal, email, script, author, a story, communication, pausing, not in a rush, because she does look like, you know, she's just taking in the moment, like that gratitude, like just being still. And with that, we get courage. And this is Clara Barton. The door that nobody else will go in at seems always to swing open widely for me. Wow. How powerful is that? Now, I don't remember. Clara Barton rings a bell, but I don't remember who she is. And I didn't write on the back, so I didn't do this one yet. The door that nobody else will go in seems to swing widely open for me. So being very daring to do what others won't do, and it's not even a big deal for you. It's effortless when you do it, but others wouldn't even dare. They wouldn't dream to do what you're doing. And it could involve writing. It could involve some kind of communication. You could be someone that's just very grateful. You live a life of gratitude. Let's see. You may feel divinely led. Mix these a bit more. Bit better. Okay, what can we get more on this personality or this story or this collective's journey? Thank you. Oh, we get the Cobra and the Lion, but the Lion flipped in the reverse. So much for courage. It's in the reverse. Let's see. Maybe you're needing to be courageous right now. Okay. Pausing, waiting. This is the Cobra. Pausing, waiting. The inner teacher. So I guess this is like, yep, because it came under Olivetti, which I said this one is kind of like being still. So you have that gift of knowing when to wait and to be still is what I'm getting, but let's read. The cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. A student of life, humble, wise. I get this though, that you are the one that is the teacher, and you are humble and patient and wise. Okay, and lying in the reverse. Let's see, why is that here? Patient, regal, a complete master. You're very patient. It's all over this read. Wow. But this is on top of courage. Okay? But it's in the reverse. So let's read, why is it in the reverse? Because when it's out of balance, it means you can be withdrawn or too serious. So maybe you need to lighten up about whatever you're doing or whatever you're focused on. Okay. Maybe you are someone who is an inner teacher, like you go within a lot. You may be like a hermit. You stay to yourself a lot. Others may see that as you being withdrawn. Okay. This personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. So you inspire, you teach, but maybe you being a little bit to yourself intimidates others, actually, unbeknownst to you. Okay. And that's on courage. Maybe the courage is for you to step forward more, to like kind of open up more to people. I'm kind of picturing like a teacher in school or a professor, someone who is educating, and they give the lesson and then class is dismissed, but you always wonder, what is Mr. Bellows like inside? What, is Mrs. Crimson like at home? As a child especially, you would always wonder, like, are you this serious at home, or do you ever let your hair down? Especially those teachers with a bun. With the bun, you would just think, like, do you sleep with the bun? Or because you can't imagine her taking that bun down for some reason, because they become very serious. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's see. Not this one. Okay. I'm going to go to the Truth Oracle and see what divine, what is hidden. What am I not picking up on? What does the collective need to know about their journey, about what's going on with them in any way, about going out more? I meant to say showing yourself, coming out more, maybe going out more. Not just to go to the class to teach and then home, and at the end of the day, I am sorry, the unspoken apology, eternal regret. With that, I'm not getting that someone owes you an apology or you owe anyone an apology. I'm getting the regret part strongly, that you don't want to regret missing out on opportunities or regret on the sweetness of that nectar in life. Let's get another one. Change. Yeah, regret not transforming, not allowing in change for you. Everybody says growth, growth, growth. How about joy? That sounds much more appetizing, You don't want to regret not allowing yourself to change your routine, change who you allow to know you, so that you can have joy in your life. That's what I'm getting. All right. Okay, I'll just keep flowing in the same direction. What will this change ensue or imbue? What will it involve? What will it affect, directly or indirectly? Knight of Pentacles. You seem to be someone who's very reliable, very steady, and you want to be known for being someone dependable. And you like your life to be that way. Secure, you know? Not going too fast, not doing anything drastic. Just everything is routine, consistent. And that's not allowing for change. So this would break that up is what I'm getting. This would break that up. Okay, one more. Thank you. Well, the Queen of Wands. This changing you. The Queen of Wands is, how can I say? It's like when you walk into a room, instead of you being someone who is not used to attention, feels uncomfortable with all eyes on you. Queen of Wands knows how to handle a lot of attention, all eyes, and maybe you are not used to being that person. You're someone who, like I said, teaches the class. You may be a teacher, then you go right home. You know, you don't want anyone in your personality. You don't want to get too close. You especially don't want people looking at you, is what I'm getting. So this may change if you allow it. Maybe you're very beautiful and you don't really appreciate that part of yourself, where most people would welcome that, but you don't want that attention because there's something about you that just makes you kind of uncomfortable. So maybe you're not going to go from Knight of Pentacles to Queen of Wands overnight, but there are steps in between, you know, little baby steps that you could take little by just starting with the way you think, what you allow to imagine, you know, your life being. And if someone asks you to coffee next time, not being quick to say no. If people call you up and say long time no see, you actually getting a ticket and going to Arizona or whatever and visiting them, which they never thought that Kathy would do that. So that's what I'm getting from you. It just starts with those little things, and before you know it, Queen of Wands is breaking out. So, wow. I did say one more, so that's it for that one. Because I don't want to close it out with tarot. I want to close it out with something else. But what? Okay. Last message for the collective. Oh, it's quick. Taurus. You could be a Taurus. Your perseverance can move mountains over time. Did one of these? Okay. But remember that bending with the winds of change doesn't weaken your strength. So this change coming into your life is not going to weaken you. It's not going to make you a less dependable, less consistent person. It's just going to bring more joy into your life. It's going to enhance your life, not take from it. So don't be afraid of that change, is what I'm getting. And with that, I will see you in the next message.